Morning all, Stormer from Viking Grazers. I think it's Thursday, whatever day it is, it's the 3rd of March 2022. Yesterday I did a paddock move, so I took the girls out of what for me is paddock number 2, put her into this, which is paddock number 1. Let's see if we can zoom out. There's quite a lot of growth. Well, compared to the other one in this field, this has been rested since 10th of December, and some of it was rested since before then. So I'm getting back into doing cell grazing and putting into practice what I learned at the regenerative grazing course and from the holistic pine grazing course I'm currently on. So I've put the girls in I'm not sure how long it is, but I think it's a 45 by 15 yard cell, just for a few days to give them a bit more space, get them used to getting into the daily moves again. I've got like 4 or 5 limpy sheep this morning. I'm hoping it's nothing major. I'm guessing it could be scald, but overnight they've deteriorated pretty quickly if that's the case. I think it could be due to there's a lot more stubble in this bit, so I'm thinking they might have trod on that. So with it being the first day, I'll give them a day, see how they look tomorrow, and if they're looking bad tomorrow I'll treat them. Don't want to toss and turn the ewes given we're getting close to, I think we're 5 weeks away from lambing. I don't want to screw up anything that way. I've put some more hay down, as you can see. These are in some of the barer areas where, kind of like this, where the clover's been eaten by all the pigeons. So, see how that works. I've put the mineral buckets on areas I wanted more trampling done. So there's my water trough. When I'm doing back onto daily moves, I'm probably going to try and get a smaller trough, because that it's just going to be a waste of water if I have to tip that every day. And from what I know, the Kiwi Tech troughs with the sort of the little flap that the cows have to nudge isn't suitable for sheep. So I'll have to try and find like a 1.5 the size of that, potentially a bit smaller. They're not drinking much at all at the minute, so we shall see. That's the rinky-dink shelter I built, just pallets and a bit of scrap wood. More to keep it as a bit of sun shelter, but they can use it as wind shade and a bit out of the rain. The mineral licks I've got in there in the little buckets there. Sorry, I should say salt licks. There's salt lick with just a standard one. There's a zinc one, and then there's a cobalt and selenium one, all by Rockies. So I'm trialing those out, see how they go. Got the Gallagher set up, that's working well. This is what I'm having to make do with corners, because I can't afford, you know, the nice fancy big metal corner posts. Then I've got it attached to my homemade anchor place. I'm just going to go over to the other paddock and grab the last one over, so that I can use one today, and my other one will go over here where this other post is. And then yeah, this will be the extra cell they have for today. There's still quite a lot of sorry, losing my voice. There's still quite a lot of grass in there that's not been touched. So I don't know whether to actually just leave it for today. Oh, neighbour's chickens have escaped. No comment. Because we're meant to be in a bird flu lockdown, so yeah. Not much else to say really, just figured I'd show you this. I might do I'll try and do another video once I move the reels forward and see what the sheep do. But this is like the stubbly stuff that I think they've been stepping on. I noticed this last time when I put them into this sort of stuff, they sort of spike the feet a bit, which isn't good. And I was speaking to the to Neil's at the grazing course on Friday, I think what's best to do is, once we've been through and they've done any sort of trampling and all sorts on this, just come through with a strimmer and just trim it down, just so the residual's just not, you know, doing this and spiking. I mean, it is actually good habitat for birds and stuff, but the landlord probably wouldn't want that, with it being so close to his chickens and us being on a nice migratory route for birds. What with Delamere Forest nearby with that nice lake they have. Yeah, the grass is growing. It's not stopped growing all winter. We've not had any frosts really either. So we shall see. Right, I'll go and get the other reel post anchor thingy-majig and speech in a sec. Right, hello again. I moved the anchoring post structure forward, and who is it? That one there, Muspel. She was the first one up to the fence, ready to move, and then everyone else has followed up with her. They've just gone back, they've just ignored the hay now. They've come to take all this. Oh, I just love watching them graze, like when they do this. So yeah, it was a quick 5-minute job. Just unhook each reel, bring it in, unhook 2 posts, run it down here, run it there. I did the top one first, then the middle one, and then the bottom one. Possibly should have done top, bottom, middle, just to prevent them from, you know, escaping. But I'm making do with what I've got right now. I've got more reels on order, hopefully coming tomorrow. Well, I've got the reels actually, I'm just waiting on the wire now. So then what I'd do next is I'll walk out 15 yards. Actually, give me one sec, I'll go and get the stuff and I'll show you what I do. Then you can tell me perhaps how you do it in the comments. See you in a sec. Hello again. Okay, so I've got my posts. You can't see very well because I'm holding my phone with one hand. So stand in line with the reel place in the corner, and I'll walk 15 steps towards probably the fence post you'll see in the middle of your shot. I think I'll walk that one down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I'll drop all my stuff. I'm using just a cheapo fence post with I think it's a Rutland pigtail, just to reinforce my corners. So step that one in facing that way. Use one of my Gallagher's facing that way. Put one halfway between here and there, just for a bit of reinforcement. Take my glove, make sure I don't forget it. And then just double check, walk 15 yards back and see, make sure we know 15 yards from that fence. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not bad. So, stick a post in about a yard from the fence, like I've done with that one. And then stick my other one around there, in line with that one. And this is only when I'm doing a strip like this. So I'll give them 5 days in all in here, just in case that day isn't enough, that cell isn't enough for the day. They've still got others behind them. So this will be for tomorrow. there's not much in this one, so they might need some more hay, which is fine. And then what I could do is get some more posts out of my truck and mark another cell, maybe 2. So by, what day are we on? Thursday. So by Saturday I should be at the fence. Probably get through the weekend on this, maybe. It depends, we'll see how we're getting on. And then ideally, if I had a bit more money to buy extra hose and stuff, I'll then start, you see the watering points there, I'll bring the hose down and start doing more moves. But I need to get a bit more of extra hose and a bit more and some mobile shelter, because I don't want them going back into that bit after, what day are we on? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's 5 days. The regrowth should potentially be starting on day 5. So I don't want them in this strip, especially down that strip, come Monday. So ideally what I'd do then is move out another 15 steps and give them this bit for the next week. Just trying to increase the recovery time on this grass, you know, make sure nothing gets a second bite on it. Yeah, I like doing this. This is what I wanted to do. Weren't really able to do it over winter, well, the most of winter, just because it's so wet. But now we're getting into it. Yeah, I was doing some plant density tests in the other fit paddock yesterday. Some places there's like 90% soil, so I've been throwing and cutting some dry matter, like some reedy stuff, and then just stomping it down. It takes a while, but this is what I want to do with the sheep. So if they've not got enough hay, they've got all the hay down there they can go and have, and then we'll see. This looks so much better from when I saw this field. I think it was about the 23rd of March last year I took this field on. There was nowhere near as much grass, and it was quite patchy. There's more grass than there was. So hopefully if I can keep on the cell grazing and plan my grazing out better, we'll be on to something. The only bad thing about this is those 2 blackface ewes in the middle. Those 2, that white face one behind Axel and the white face one near the fence there, they're really skittish about being in such a tight environment. Hopefully they'll be better once we're done lambing. I'm not sure I'll be lambing in such a system. We'll probably be in that paddock by then again. And I'll try and get a bottom wire done. A 4th wire, and use that as a sort of an earthing wire, so if any lambs touch it, it's an instant connection between alive and earth. Hopefully that'll keep the lambs in, because we've not got a secure fence in this one to stop anything from escaping. So, the joys of keeping sheep. Anyway, I'll end it here because it's probably going to be a long video with 3 different segments. So please like, subscribe, comment on honestly, you know, what you think of this system, what improvements you'd make, and perhaps let me know what you're doing. Cheers.